Hey everybody, hope you're doing well. While there are thousands and thousands of self-help books and things that you can find online that claim that they're going to help you, they're not. Here are 5 books that came at a different time in my life that I would love to share and hopefully you enjoy. Number 1 is a classic. It was written in the 80s, I believe. It is Love You Forever by Robert Munsch. I actually just found out that this book was inspired after his wife delivered 2 stillborn babies. It is a beautiful, timeless, classic children's book. And my mom used to read this book to me as a kid, and she would cry so much on the couch, and I had no clue why. And then I became a father, and I totally get it. If you're watching this, Mom, I love you so much. This book follows a boy who grows up, he becomes independent, he's rebellious, he's messy, and then he becomes a father. Simple book that you can read in maybe 3 minutes to your child. And if you have a mom or dad that are still alive, please give them a call. Go take them out to food or something. And in this lineup, if you said, I can only read one, this one, A Life Well Lived by Tommy Nelson. It is the most sobering book I've ever read in my entire life. There are things that are going to hit you so hard in the chest in this book. A few is that you will die and all your prized possessions are going to be sold at a garage sale for a couple bucks. And when you die, you're going to have maybe 25 people at your funeral, or maybe 50,000 people at your funeral. But you know what they're going to do afterwards? They're going to go get lunch, and then they're going to run back to work because somebody covered their shift. They're going to go home after, maybe doom scroll, maybe watch a movie, and then forget all about your memorial that day. Are you ready for that? It sounds depressing, doesn't it? But it's actually not. The book of Ecclesiastes is what I believe the most philosophical book in the Bible. This book answers questions like, why is there evil in the world? Why is there so much injustice? Why do bad people get ahead? And why do good people have to suffer? If you want a book to just challenge you, convict you, but also give you this crazy hope that you didn't have. And I know what I mentioned sounds depressing, but I left with so much hope after reading this book. And this book taught me that I can't control what tomorrow's going to bring me. But what I can do right now is I can enjoy life, and I can acknowledge and fear God. And I can rest in that. One day I'm going to get a call that my parents died. Maybe one day in traffic, some guy just wants to, hit me. I'll be at the doctor's one day. The doctor's going to go back to his office, come back, look hesitant, and tell me news that's going to change my life. God has appointed all of those things to happen, but I can rest and be okay in that, and I can still love God. It's a very challenging book, but I highly recommend A Life Well Lived by Tommy Nelson. And I know number 2 was a Christian book, but number 3 is also a Christian book, but if you are not a Christian, I would still recommend this. I don't know where you're at in life. I'm not trying to push anything on you right now. And you have probably had terrible experiences with Christians or grew up in the church and left because of something that happened. And I acknowledge that, and I'm not trying to ruffle any feathers here. But this book, Ordinary by Michael Horton, he's a pastor in San Diego. This book is teaching you that the Christian life is actually ordinary, basic rice and beans, beans and rice. It's not stormtroopers dancing on stage. It's not pastor wearing the fanciest clothes and trying to motivate you to do something. It is the simple day-to-day. It's not about being famous for God or anything. It's about simply being faithful for God. Everyone wants to be the best chef, dancer, fitness expert, best author. We want to be the most outrageous. We want to make a difference, right? Nobody wants to master scrambled eggs. They want to cook souffle. Nobody wants to practice dance foundation. We want to do the advanced choreo. We want to be the coolest. We want to go viral. And no parent wants a bumper sticker on their car that says that their child is an average student. Michael Horton argues that God usually works through the ordinary people doing the ordinary things. And have you noticed that when we meet people, we want to almost impress them subconsciously through our job? What happened to just being a plumber or just being a guy who works at a bank? Now we're a data research over-developer, lead integration analyst, oversee cabinet. Like what? bro, just tell me you're in car sales. You know, it'd be neat if one day my wife introduces me as just an ordinary guy who loves his family, who likes coffee, who likes to run sometimes, and who loves Jesus. And honestly, that's enough. Number 4, this book will have you running through a wall. Discipline Equals Freedom by Jocko Willink. In a time where we have AI that I believe can just almost affirm what you believe, you know, we have these memes online of chat saying, you know, first off, take a deep breath and acknowledge that what you did was courageous and strong. You are not weak. Like Jocko says, forget all that. In this book, you're not going to find a study or a stat or anything. You're going to find cold, hard facts. The heart of this book is sharing that, you know, deep down, you know if you're locked in or not, so get after it. If you want to wake up early, just wake up early. If you want to track your calories and lose weight, track your calories and lose weight. It is my favorite audiobook to listen to when I'm working out or when I'm just studying, because there's no nonsense in this book, and you can easily add this to your daily reading. And I love this. There is no shortcut, there is no hack, there's only one way, so get after it. Great book. Last one is Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy. The title of this book is inspired by a Mark Twain quote. You know, if it's your job to eat a frog, it is best to do it first thing in the morning. And everybody has their own frogs. I get that. This is no $2,000 productivity course, no life hack, no membership, no give me your email address and then sign up at 5 o'clock for this webinar where I'm gonna reveal how to actually be productive. None of that. This is the most practical book in this lineup. He is simply saying, get a pen and paper, write out your tasks for the day, from hardest to easiest, and do them. When I started putting out my tasks on paper, it made it real, right? And you can read one page and start making progress. Amazing read that I found at the library recently, and I love this book. So as I mentioned in the beginning, you know, each book came at a different time in my life, and I'm so grateful for them. And I would love if you can share a book or two that you found at a time in your life that challenged you and that helped you grow as a person. If you can, leave it in the comments, and take care.